Travel is excited to offer you this once-in-a-lifetime excursion. We're going to be visiting the mystic and ancient Orient of China. It's a 10-day trip total, but it's an 8-day tour, and we're going to be taking you through this exotic nation as we visit the bustling capital of Beijing, delve into the historical ruins of Xi'an, relax and recuperate in the gorgeous countryside near Guilin, and wander cosmopolitan Shanghai before departing. All guests will stay in comfortable accommodations at each destination on the tour and will be given VIP treatment during any group excursions. This tour will be an adventure. Guests will experience the history and of the political struggle of China and war it has overcome to become a global powerhouse that it is today. In our tour, guests will be given the chance to in a lifetime to walk the Great Wall of China, one of the 7 wonders of the world. However, China itself has its own selection and locations that are considered the 7 wonders of China. 3 of the 7 wonders will be experienced in our breathtaking tour of culture, myth, and legend. Of these 3 wonders, we will be visiting the Great Wall of China, a man-made structure that is China's most popular tourist attraction, with over 4,000 miles of stretch from the Zhuoguan Pass in the west of Xinjiang Pass in the east. It truly lives up to its name. The second tour of these 7 wonders we will be experiencing is the Terracotta Warriors, a mysterious tomb filled with 8,000 warriors. Our third of these wonders we will seek out is the Forbidden City, qualifying as the largest ancient palace in the world. It was built to represent God's palace to heaven. My name is Alex. My team, Jake, Alicia, and I will be walking you through our tour.
So, my name is Jake. I'll be walking you today through a little bit more about each of the locations we'll be visiting. Understand that China has nearly 5,000 years of recorded history, so the idea of being able to see it all in 8 days is ludicrous. Nonetheless, we've tried to give you a little bit of flavor about where China is now, where it came from, its history, its development, all of that. In Beijing, we'll be arriving, checking into the first hotel, and then from there we will be on day 2 touring the Great Wall, as well as the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City itself is immense. It is beyond description. In Xi'an, there are of course the Terracotta Warriors, as well as the mausoleum itself of Qin Shi Huangdi. He was widely acknowledged as the first emperor of China and was influential in even beginning the Great Wall that you'll have just come from seeing. Guilin itself is a little bit interesting. This is going to be a chance for guests on the tour to recuperate, see a little bit of the Chinese countryside, which is so surreal. It is unlike anything that even growing up amidst these mountains we are familiar with. There will be an opportunity for a riverboat tour, or to tour the Reed Flue Cave, known for its exceptionally colorful and interesting geologic formations. Finally, in Shanghai, you'll be visiting one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world. It is an international hub, and we'll have a chance to tour around there as well as see the historic Jade Buddha Temple before departing. With that, I would like to walk you through the calendar in a little bit more detail in the Excel version. The other thing that I want to emphasize is that this tour, because China is so big and so vast, emphasizes free exploration. While we have multiple excursions planned for you, including the option of touring the city walls or of the History Museum in Xi'an, we give you a lot of time and a lot of space to be able to find things that you want to do, to be able to make it your tour indeed. For example, in Beijing, there's the option of touring the Olympic Stadium from the most recent Summer Games. In Xi'an and Guilin, there are a number of other history museums and a number of other sites that can be seen. In Shanghai, there are old ports, old docks, all sorts of trading centers. And then also near Guilin, there are two observatories that date themselves from the Han Dynasty. This is over 1,500 years ago. The Chinese were observing comets, correlating them to various natural disasters, and all of that is still there for you to see. That is going to be our tour in brief. All meals are provided either at the hotel or on picnics. You're of course free to go about pursuing your own meals, but that is what's going to be provided to you. Transportation, you can obviously see, it's a long flight. We're sorry, there's just not much we can do about it yet. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Alicia, who will take you through the cost breakdown.
The best part is the cost breakdown. Because of the dollar being worth so much in China, the cost actually very low. It's less than $200 a night for most hotels in China. It's about $50 a day for all 3 of your meals, and these are at nice restaurants. I'm not talking about McDonald's. But these are at nice 3-course meals at at least 4-star restaurants. The travel is what costs the most, and sorry about that. It's a far way to travel. I want you to travel comfortably, so it costs a lot of money. However, you can get this whole package for just $5,000. Remember, we're going to go see lots of history, 5,000 years of history, like tons of countryside, and we're going to see tons of culture, and it's all for the low, low price of $5,172. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy your tours in China.